Life Trading pre-market day trading show. All right, what is up, traders from around the world and on YouTube? Good morning, unless you own Facebook. If you own Facebook, you feel like you woke up in a nightmare and some night terrors and want to go back to sleep. So, yeah. This is interesting, by the way. I'll just pull this up. It's a little fib retracement from this last move down. And we came right into the 618, and now we are gapping back down, not just rolling over. So pretty brutal gap on the QQQ. The SPY, I think SPY actually retraced a little bit further. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit further, but also reversing now. So if you were loading up on, again, you're not buying puts down here. You're buying puts over here, right? We're closing below this. You're selling your puts in here. As we bounce like this, you're reloading on puts. People are asking, why are you buying puts on these days? It's like, well, I want to buy puts high so that if we go like this and come back down, I can sell them again back down in there. Or, who knows? Maybe we go lower and I just, give myself more time. But yeah, just disaster on the Qs this morning. So just to put it in perspective, Facebook down 23% is over $200 billion in market cap. So let's just pick a couple stocks out there. Let's start with McDonald's. How much is all of McDonald's worth, the entire company? Right now, the market's valuing it at $190 billion. So Facebook lost an entire McDonald's overnight. So imagine going to sleep, waking up the next day, and McDonald's is just gone. That's what happened to Facebook. I don't know. Let's go take a look at, what about Boeing? Boeing, 121 billion. So, if you times that by 2, like 240. So this thing lost, Facebook lost like 1.8, 1.75 Boeings overnight. Again, just imagine waking up the next day, Boeing gone. I don't know what other company out there is around 200 billion. Home Depot, I know, is like 400. So like half of Home Depot pretty much gone. What about like Bank of America? Bank of America 380, so it's like half of Bank of America. Let's see. What about like a Delta? So they lost like 10 Deltas. 10 Deltas worth of market cap gone. What about Nike? I think Nike's fairly big. Yep, almost an entire Nike just evaporated overnight. So, you can't really I know we look at it and we're like 23%, like that's big, but think about it in just raw dollars, just absolutely destroyed overnight, just vanished. And you are now trapping everyone, pretty much everybody since all the way over here. So like everybody since July, like August of 2020, basically. You're trapping everyone. Should you buy it? I mean, if you like catching falling knives, go for it. Personally, I'm not buying it. I would let it stabilize if you like really want to. But yeah, this thing is just getting absolutely destroyed. Slowing growth. A huge miss on their top line revenues. It's just a straight up disaster for Facebook. So I don't see how the market doesn't continue to roll down from here. I mean, you got things just getting absolutely murdered. And if Amazon needs they need one hell of a quarter, and they need like a 30-for-1 stock split or something, to try and pull a Google. Otherwise, could be bad for Amazon. Imagine if this thing did the same as Facebook, it would it would be gapping down to like 2400. I'm not saying that that's going to happen with Amazon, but it's just, yeah, this Facebook quarter is absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. So it's bringing all the Qs down. Just tons of metaverse plays are getting annihilated. PayPal was down massive yesterday. Netflix. I mean, if you were buying Netflix the last couple days, you were chasing, and you're getting punished for chasing. So yeah, I think Netflix is just gonna roll over again. If you're buying it down here, I get it, but you're selling it into here. You are not buying Netflix over here, unless it's for day trades. You're buying Netflix over here, you're chasing, and you're getting punished for chasing. If you're buying Square over here, you were chasing, you're getting punished for chasing. I mean, like, look at Shopify, just as an example. I was drawing this trade, I almost pulled the trigger on it, and then I was talking to another trader, and he's like, yeah, I would just wait, give it some more time. I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. Because look at this rally on Shopify. This thing rallied 25% in 3 days, and it's giving it all back in like a day and a half. So yeah, this market looks not great on a lot of things. QCOM, QCOM doesn't look too bad. I don't know if I would come in buying it today. I would wait for that gap to fill. But Nvidia, same thing. It retested a nice area. I know a lot of us sold some puts on it down in here. I'm out of almost everything that I added over on this last Monday. Laying down the hammer of reality. I mean, it's unfortunate, but I mean, look at Tesla. Look at this downward channel. You got a bunch of lower highs. You're making lower lows. Like, I know that this rally is impressive. 17% in a couple days, but Tesla could still come in and bounce and everything, but they had pretty good earnings, and they're still getting hammered. I mean, pretty much everything, all the like mega caps, this thing's in a bear market. It's down 30% off the highs. Like, Apple and Google can't hold the market up forever. This is a fade I played yesterday on Google, by the way. Over here. Let's see. So Delta. So those are like our stocks that we are trading with our 10 EMA strategy. So I get it. I'm not coming in blasting shorts on Facebook, but man, I don't think I'm excited to buy this knife either. Kramer was saying short arc literally at the bottom, and then 2 days ago he was saying buy it up here. Now it's getting hammered again. So yeah, it looks like we're gonna go lower. Some of these things, I mean, even like Teladoc. Like, if I told you Teladoc rallied 40% in the last couple days, would you believe me? Probably not, because you can like barely see it on the chart. No, maybe it wasn't 40%, 20, 21. Well, it was Hood, I think, rallied 40%. Where's my little measuring tool? Yeah, Hood rally. I should have just sold it instead of selling the stupid call. But yeah, it's not looking great out there. So I am gonna lean short, but I do think I'm gonna wait for a little bit of a retest first, because this is a very large gap. And the Qs is gapping down over 2.5%. That is pretty large. So I think we might be having a little bit of buy the dippers come in early, and then a possible roll. AMD, this is like a super easy fade yesterday, but I don't know how I missed it. Well, I know how I missed it. I tried to short it off a retest of 129. It didn't get there. And then I'm like, okay, 128. And then it didn't get there. And then I just gave up on it. But AMD, I mean, great quarter. You know, they gapped up right to resistance. You got these lows right here. You have the 50 coming down on it. So if you were chasing AMD, you know, buying it, I don't know who was buying it up on earnings up there. But yeah, if you chase, you are getting punished big time in this market right now. So I think AMD is going to fill this gap, sure. And you know, Apple. I mean, Apple's holding up phenomenally well, but gosh, how long can it hold up the whole market? Yeah, energy is great, but gosh, energy's just market cap is pretty tiny. You know, there's no like $1 trillion energy companies out there. Spotify, yeah, getting hammered as well. I mean, yeah, this looks like a giant middle finger pattern. So just hold your middle finger up to the screen and you know, it just looks like you're flipping everyone off that's buying this thing. It looks horrible. It does not look good. I mean, everybody's trapped all the way back to May of 2020. I mean, heck, PayPal. Oh, PayPal literally giving back it all the gains from the pandemic. Square's probably on its way there too. Probably into 85 eventually. And what's just really surprising is like, man, people that tried to buy Facebook up in here, they just immediately got hammered. Like, there's only so low Facebook's gonna go today, but dang, how long do I hold? I bought March puts, Greg, on the Qs over the last 3 days. I think it'll rise today with shorts covering. Oh man, I don't know. Part of me like wants to say like, oh, this is way too big of a gap down for Facebook, but I mean, the 200 on the weeklies like all the way down here. Oh, I mean, these lows are like kind of critical, so I think we were hitting that pre-market. Yeah. See what happens down here. You might be able to trade it for a little bit of a fade. Just I wouldn't expect that this thing like trades up to 280 or something today. I don't see that happening like at all. So yeah, I have till March on my puts on the Qs, and realistically, I'm just looking for another roll, you know, back down into this area, and we'll probably scale out of them if we trade back into here. Yeah, I just think while the market is repricing a tightening from the Fed, we don't have a Fed meeting in all of February, so all we're left for is that press conference that was horrible. So, you know, I think a good 20 to 25, I mean, 25 would be really nice. Like this level down here on the Qs, 25% pullback would be really good. Okay, you got the jobs report coming up. February 10th is the next CPI number. You think inflation is going to get better or worse? I don't know. I tried to buy a pack of steaks the other day. $90 for a pack of steaks. Yeah, brutal. Stop buying that Kobe beef. It was not Kobe beef. I actually might need to go on Facebook Marketplace and like go find a rancher that can just buy a half a cow. Exactly, Bill. Yep. So yeah, it's not looking great out there. Um, I mean, let me move this over. Come on, let's go look. Is there anything gapping that looks good? I mean, it just looks like a sea of red. Oh, Snapchat. Oh my goodness, Snapchat must be getting just. Oh, I thought the people that bought here were geniuses, and they don't look too smart anymore. Yeah, Apple killing any of these guys with the iOS updates. Apparently. Oh man, Snapchat. The Snapchat is down 69% almost. Woo. It's hard to be bullish on anything when you got charts everywhere looking like this. The only thing that looks good is like oil stocks, maybe some natural gas. I mean, some financials, and at least they're still like kind of in an uptrend. A little bit longer term, but JP Morgan's down off the high. I mean, consumer staples, Procter and Gamble didn't care. Pepsi's almost at an all-time high. Coca-Cola, but it's like, who wants to buy these way up there? The time to buy these is on this dip over here. Do I even want to look at pins? Pins must be like $5 by now. No, no, I'm not. I'm not buying any Facebook. So I actually deleted. I'm not gonna, correlation is not causation, but I did delete the Facebook app off my phone last quarter. I bought 345 strikes, so a little bit out of the money down here. That way, the other thing too is if we get there really quick, then I'll sell puts down in here against my long puts. Hopefully, pay for these plus a little bit more. But yeah, I wasn't buying in the money up here. Up here, like when we first started rolling over, but yeah, they were just too expensive. Check out Upstart. Looks like Diamond Head, the volcano. Yeah, this thing, it's parabolic, man. What's the other one? Affirm, buy now, pay never. Buy now, margin call later. SoFi, yep, never. We've never had an issue with collateralized debt obligations before. Just a bunch of student loans, packaging and selling them off. Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure which one, but like I bet one of these is a zero. Out of these three, one of them probably goes to zero. Yeah, it was like a Mount St. Helens on some of those. Yeah, I don't see a lot of, let's see, T-Mobile, I guess, is gapping up. Um TMUS. That's a nice little gap coming off of the Head and Shoulders. I don't know if I would buy it out the gate, but maybe wait for a little pullback and then eventually take it long. Humana. This thing had just a crazy gap down like a couple weeks ago, I think it was. Okay, so it's getting most of that back. Yeah, this was just a disaster. So it's getting most of that gap down back. Flex Limited. Is that Flex Seal? That's what this market needs, is the Flex Seal guy. Just into a bunch of chop. Somebody who heard said to buy stocks whose products you need instead of want. That's kind of a good idea. Good way to put it. Sark, of course, that thing's gapping up. I mean, what timing by that guy to release that ETF? I mean, he must feel like an absolute boss. Yeah, there is not much out there on the gap ups. Man, some of these are like gapping up 2 cents, showing up on the scanner. And then Ralph Lauren. I haven't looked at good old RL in a while. Gapping into a bunch of chop. So yeah, I will primarily be looking short. Now, I'm not afraid to go long if we do like throw in some type of really nice capitulatory pattern or something. But mostly I'm going to be looking for a little bit of a retest and then a rollover. I think everything's going to qualify for our 10 EMA strategy. Actually, let me get that up. Um, um. So Roblox will qualify. It's gapping out of the range. Nvidia will qualify. Tesla will qualify. AMD will qualify. Apple will not. And Delta will not. Very interesting. Like right now, I think Apple's kind of mispriced because it's only down 1%, and the SPY is down 1.4. The Qs is down 2.6. So either the Qs has to come up, maybe Apple's got to go down. This Facebook app is just wow. Wow, 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 wow. Let's see. What was at the money puts costing yesterday? 323. Oh my goodness. If you bought a 322.50 put, it was $11.80. Oh, let's say $12. $12 today. This at open, this thing is going to be worth 52. 52 plus 22 is $74. Amazing. Not that anyone would have ever done this, but let's say you came in and you would have bought like a 270. That would have been pretty much a dollar, like 95 cents. That's going to be worth $22. So some lotto tickets paying off on Facebook today. No, Tesla would. Apple and Delta would not in the first 20 minutes based on the plan so far. Actually, wait. Uh, Whole candle gapping below the open. They would actually both qualify. Yeah, they would actually both qualify. In the order that I like them, I mean, honestly, probably like Tesla, then Nvidia, then Roblox. AMD looks pretty weak too. Looks like an obvious gap fill. You doing anything with Google? No, not really. I had a couple buys that I forgot about down here. Limit buys down here that I bought. But, I mean, my cost basis is so low on Google. Like overall, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, they would qualify at the open, Bernard. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not buying more Google up here. Like as much as I love Google and like their quarter was phenomenal. I mean, just absolute money printing machine. I just cannot justify buying this way up here when the market is doing what it's doing. This is not the market that Tesla and Apple had huge rallies into the splits on. This is not the same market whatsoever. So I don't know that that happens on Google. I think that's why you saw Jeremy post his plan on Google is probably to bail on his shares if it breaks a key level. What's up with Walmart? It's just hanging out in the middle of this channel. This is your buy zone on Walmart. I think we talked about over here into all these lows, and then you're either probably trimming it or selling calls, or probably a trim and then see if you can hold the rest up into there. Just pretty sideways. This thing getting any buying? It's actually getting more selling. Good. Good lord. Wow. This is like let's get ready to crumble. Not looking great. Imagine if you're Mark Zuckerberg, you just bang, you lost 25% of your wealth overnight. I think he'll be okay though. Oof. Man, how is Apple holding up? That doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. All right. Well, we are going to have to say hasta la vista to YouTube. Hope you enjoyed the free week, and these morning chats are beneficial. I know not a lot of bullish news out there today, but maybe it saves some people from buying some things, or maybe on a retest you'll be able to make some money short. Otherwise, we would love to have you in our trading rooms, and we will see you on the flip side. See you later, YouTube.